amazing. You know, we see it now. Each war that's happened, Judah has been attacked by their neighbors to be taken land, and every war Judah took more land. So Judah isn't looking for it. This man didn't come looking for Boaz. Boaz came looking for him. But when he had the opportunity, he said, absolutely, I'll take the land. But if it was a matter of accepting Ruth, accepting Ephraim, they didn't want to do it. They felt it would more his inheritance. But it's all part of the plan. Because like I said, Judah is not our Redeemer. Our Redeemer is Yeshua. You know? Ephraim is the firstborn, and Yeshua is our Redeemer. So let's go to verse 7. End it up here. And this formerly was done in Israel for redemption, and as far as exchange to confirm every matter. And man would draw off his sandal. What were we just talking about, right? With Gilgal. The sandal, what does sandal show? Sandal shows permeance in the land. Sandal shows Yahweh's blessing. Sandal shows everywhere your foot goes will be yours. So he drew off his sandal and gave it to his neighbor, and this was the attestation in Israel. And the near kinsman said to Boaz, buy for yourself. And he drew off his sandal. And Boaz said to the elders and all the people, you are witnesses today that I have bought all that belonged to Elimelech, and all that was Chilion and Mahon, and from the hand of Naomi. And also Ruth of Moab, the wife of Mahon, I have bought for myself for a wife, to raise up the name of him who died over his inheritance. Who is that? That is every single Ephraimite. That is every tribe. Because we have no inheritance anymore. You know, we may know where our family comes from, and we may know from 20 generations back that we might be connected with an Israelite tribe, but in reality, we're nothing. We're nothing. We have no legal rights to anything, you know, without the kinsman redeemer. And this is why he's raising up the name of him who died over his inheritance. And that's why every one of us are buried with him in baptism. Because we die to the old self in the baptism. And we're not coming up and we're not claiming inheritance here because I'm from the tribe of Dan or Gad or Reuben. We're claiming inheritance because we're believers in Messiah. That's what gives us the inheritance. So he's raising up the name of him who died over his inheritance. And the name of him who died shall not be cut off from among his brothers. And from the gate of his place, you are witnesses today. Like we said, Ezekiel 37, the Messiah takes the one stick for Judah and his companions, the one stick for Ephraim and his companions, and he makes them into one. And all 12 tribes will be saved. And the people who were in the gate and the elders said, we are witnesses. May Yahweh make the woman who is coming into your house to be as Rachel and as Leah, both of whom built the house of Israel. And may you do worthily in Ephratah, and proclaim the name in Bethlehem. And let your house be as the house of Phares, who Tamar bore to Judah, the seed in which Yahweh shall give to him of his young woman. And Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. The bridegroom and the bride, the wedding supper happening. And he went into her, and Yahweh gave her conception, and she bore a son. And the woman said to Naomi, blessed be Yahweh, who has not left you this day without a kinsman redeemer. And may his name be called in Israel, Yahshua, hallelujah. And may he be to you a restorer of life, and a nourisher of your old age. And your daughter-in-law who loves you has borne him, who is better to you than 7 sons. Why is he saying that? Because Leah had 6. Leah had 6. Rachel only had 2, and the 2 concubines had 2. So he's saying he's better than 7 sons. 7 also being the number of completion. And Naomi took the child and laid him in her bosom and became nurse to him. Almost reminds you of Moses with his mother. You know, you lay it down before Yahweh, and Yahweh gives it back. And the neighboring woman gave him a name, saying, this is a son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. So what an unbelievable story. And the father of David is the father of Yeshua, going down the same lineage. 2 houses restored only by the true kinsman. And like I said, better than 7 sons, because only one is qualified to redeem. So I find, just like the Song of Solomon, which is a beautiful love story of Yeshua for his bride, I find the same thing here in the book of Ruth. I think the book of Ruth is just a beautiful story of redemption. And that, like I said today, for every single person who lives every day really understanding who they are, and understanding the love we have for this land, understanding how much we want the Messiah to return and we want to come back here for permanency, I find no greater book or story in the Bible that gives us hope for the future than the book of Ruth. Yahweh bless.